Hi DF, if the Switch 2 utilizes DLSS at low handheld resolutions, will this be at the cost of image quality? I'm concerned, as I prefer my handheld images to look crispy. I have a keen dislike of the muddy AA look of AA. I have a keen dislike of the muddy look of AA and upscaling techniques. Thanks. Alex, what do you think about this? I don't really see it as being that much of an issue because the handheld screens are so small that it hides a multitude of evils.
Yeah, I mean, I presume this person's talking about, DLSS. I'm just surprised. Dislike of muddy. Have you ever seen DLSS at all? Is the question for this person, because I don't think DLSS looks muddy in general.
Nope.
So maybe this person's only playing on console games. And they're talking about something like that, or they're AMD users.
Well, Switch One. I think it's fair to say that some of the most aggressively low resolution titles.
Yeah, that's
they are muddy.
Yeah, so in that case, if you compare it to Switch 1 titles, anything that's sub-native there is going to look really, really rough. But I think you should expect better image quality than every single Switch game that ever released. That's what I would say. So if you're fine with every other Switch game that ever released to a certain degree, then you'll get better quality with the
I
new
have
one.
tested DLSS at 720p on quality mode. And indeed on balanced, and it looks all right. It on a monitor. I'm not saying it looks great, but it looks a lot better than a docked Switch game in many scenarios. And I think on a handheld screen, it's just not a problem at all. I think if you look at Steam Deck now and you see what FSR2 is doing, I mean, FSR2 is far from an ideal upscaling solution, but it kind of works for the most part. DLSS is much more robust at lower resolutions, and if it's 720p with a reasonable upscaling factor, I think it will be all right, actually.
Yeah, I think so too. And the one thing is you'll have to get used to the fact that games won't, I'm presuming Nintendo first-party games would start using DLSS at that point too, in which case you wouldn't have the complete aversion to anti-aliasing anymore in Nintendo titles. So you wouldn't have just extremely blocky Mario and crispy. You called it crispy, but I'll just call it not good looking.
Anything to add to that, John?
Nope, not really.
No.
I'm just getting hungry, so I'm like,
Oh yeah, I'm thinking about food.
We've been recording a while.
Yeah, I mean, Linus does these 4-hour WAN shows. How does he manage it? Is there
does he just drop a burger in the middle of this? What does he do?
He just takes a good WAN beforehand, and it's all good.
Yeah, it takes somebody's away.